Why are we having a referendum on EU membership in Britain? It's not because the Conservative government that we have has suddenly been converted to the principle of direct democracy to settle key issues, nor indeed membership of most international structures, simply on the question of EU membership. And the reason for this is mainly because the Conservative Party is split down the middle on the question of Europe. There is a right wing which wants Britain to leave the European Union under any circumstances, a more moderate wing that thinks that this is a crazy idea. And to settle this difference, David Cameron said ahead of last year's election in Britain, after the election, I will try and negotiate some reforms to the European Union, and then we will settle the matter by a referendum. He won the election, so he had to follow up on that pledge. His first problem was what sort of reforms to negotiate. Not easy when half of your own party want you to fail. That explains, by the way, the curious mixture of things in this package that has been agreed for Britain. The things in it are more to do with appeasing the Eurosceptics in David Cameron's party than they are really to do with Britain's national interests, or at least many of them are. What was agreed in Brussels is a curious mixture. Some useful things, some important things, protections for the 9 countries that are not in the euro against caucusing by the Eurozone countries. There's a mechanism to appeal so that all can discuss issues. Some things are really rather symbolic, like reinterpreting what is meant by the word ever closer union in the preamble to the treaty, to underline that that in itself is not a legal basis for further powers to the European Union. And then there is the very controversial question of giving fewer benefits, welfare benefits, to migrants from other EU countries during the first few years of working in Britain, if they come to work in Britain. That is controversial and is a significant concession by other countries to David Cameron. In my party, I'm from the Labour Party, we would not have gone down the same road as David Cameron at all. But we have to remember that the referendum is not yes or no to Cameron's reforms. The referendum is yes or no to the much bigger question of Britain's membership of the European Union. Cameron's reforms don't make a huge difference. Most of the public will vote in favour or against, irrespective of his reforms. But for a segment of public opinion and a proportion of Cameron's own party, it is crucial that those reforms can be important, and it is crucial that they are seen from his point of view as being a success. Because if they are not, there is a risk that the referendum could be very close. And from the Labour Party point of view, we would like a resounding vote to remain in the European Union. We have no truck with these silly divisions that the Conservatives have. The Labour Party is united. So, by the way, are the smaller parties, the Greens, the Liberals, the Scottish Nationalists. They all favour Britain remaining in the European Union. The referendum will not be easy, but we are determined to go out and win it for the benefit of Britain and for the benefit of Europe. What we have achieved over the years in the European Union in setting up this cooperative system for the countries of Europe to work together is precious. This area of stability and peace is worth fighting for. And even if from time to time it doesn't work, or we have our disagreements, that's normal in politics, but we are having our disagreements within a structure that is essentially one of cooperation and fosters the attempt to find common solutions to common problems.